and now he's dead. And so Jake, I got to tell you, man, some people have it in them to do the right thing and some people don't. And I'm afraid in the aftermath of this, I mean, we've seen members of Congress nearly assassinated. We've seen the president nearly assassinated. Charlie is dead. Everybody needs to take stock of their own thoughts right now and think before they speak, is my strong advice.
That's Scott Jennings getting emotional with Jake Tapper on CNN after the shocking, fatal attack on conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. Welcome to Nerk News. I'm Nerkish, and it looks like CNN's Scott Jennings is once again one of the only people in establishment media willing to show real humanity during a tragedy. Because the truth is, Kirk represented something bigger than politics. He was a husband, a father, and a fighter for free speech. And while many Democratic leaders had enough sense to pay lip service, there were those in their base who went online to grotesquely celebrate the tragedy. Here's Jennings talking about this being a potential tipping point in American politics.
And I'll be honest with you, I am in utter disbelief at this. I sat in this room last summer, the night they shot the president, and now they shot Charlie. And I'm not sure it's safe to be an outspoken conservative walking around in America right now. And there's a lot of people out there who are in absolute shock and are horrified by this. And I don't know what's going to happen other than to tell you that this nation is in desperate need of prayer and some kind of an intervention, because when you can't, I mean, what was Charlie doing? Making a speech, engaging in rhetoric, having a debate. That's the bedrock of our nation. And now you can't go out in public and engage in speech. It's the opposite of violence. Speech is the opposite. And so, I don't know what's going to happen to Charlie. All I can really think about is his poor wife and those two babies. And so, I think the best thing any of us can do right now is just pray for his recovery and pray for their comfort, because God help us, we're in a bad place.
You know, Kirk's entire mission was giving conservatives a voice on campuses where free speech was under attack. And for that, some people online thought his death was something to cheer. That's not politics, that's evil. And it seems to be sadly becoming more and more common. The fact that anyone would laugh or justify this proves Jennings' point about how poisonous the rhetoric has become. It tells you everything when establishment media personalities who obsessed over mean tweets suddenly disregard tone and rhetoric from their side when something happens to a conservative leader.
Well, a couple things. Number one, I think people are already saying things they shouldn't be saying. Joe Walsh is a good example of that.
What did you know?
I mean, today, a 31-year-old father of two and a husband is dead. There's really nothing more to say than this is unacceptable and it's wrong. There's no both sidesing it. A man is dead. And so that's number one. I've heard J.B. Pritzker blame Donald Trump today. I don't understand. Our friend is dead, and we've got people out here who just can't stop grinding political axes. And so I fear it's going to keep happening, and we'll keep tabs on it, of course. But my strong advice would be to put your phone down, take a step back, and don't do it. We've crossed some kind of line in the country today. I don't know what that looks like on the other side. People are gutted, people are angry, people are in shock. What was Charlie Kirk's sin? He went on a college campus to debate people about ideas. He wasn't a violent person. He engaged in rhetoric and speech and debate. That's the essence of American political culture. And we'll never forget Charlie for being that next generation of conservative leader, rallying people when you might not have thought it was cool to do so, but he did it anyway. And he made it cool. And he made it, honestly, Charlie Kirk was a destination for a lot of young conservatives, and
Well,
we're going to miss him.
The sad reality is Kirk was influential because he spoke to an entire generation of young people about faith, freedom, and debate, and that's exactly what his opposition hated the most about him, because they couldn't win against him in a marketplace of ideas. They couldn't stand that he was successful, and it's undeniable that he would still be here today if he weren't a successful conservative Christian.
Well, Charlie was one of the most unique and special people in the conservative movement today. What he was able to build, the people he was able to organize, was just so large and powerful. He was able to convince people to get involved in politics that might not have otherwise done so. When you look at what he did on these campuses and in these public events, thousands of people were showing up, not for a rock concert, not for a sporting event, but for American politics. He inspired all these kids to be involved in their country. This is unequivocally a good legacy. He was also a godly person. He spoke about his faith openly. He was unapologetic about his views. I think what's been said about Charlie having his hand on the finger on the pulse of the MAGA base is true. But what's also true is that he was enormously influential in that when an issue was emerging, when something was happening and people were sorting out their own views on it, how should I feel about this? Charlie was one of the first people they turned to see, where's Charlie going to be on this issue? And how's he processing it? How's he analyzing it? And how does he think the young conservative should view whatever the issue happened to be? So it wasn't that he was just reflecting people. He was leading people. He was influencing people. When he did something, when he said something, when he took a stand on an issue, you can bet that people would move. And so what he did to organize these young kids, to bring conservative values and views into public spaces that aren't normally thought of as places where conservatives would gather, was enormously courageous. It took a lot of damn guts to do it.
You know, what's shocking is Charlie Kirk wasn't extreme. He was a middle-of-the-road conservative who believed in open debate and civility. I mean, he built Turning Point on the marketplace of ideas, not shutting people down. And yet the left not only attacked him in life, but mocked him in death. Tweets saying, "One less fascist," TMZ staff cheering, even a university dean fired for celebrating. That's not both sides, no matter how establishment media spins it. The fact of the matter is this wasn't random, and pretending it was only makes politics uglier and hardens people against each other. But let me know what you think. Does this mark the death of the moderate and civil right, or is it finally a wake-up call to the left about where their rhetoric leads? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye.